SalesCrunch. Learn more, earn more.
So talk about the sales team a little bit, because you mentioned, speaking to different types of people within the organization, whether it's a product person versus a marketing person differently. But you guys actually take it another step further and sort of figure out who all these people are by their persona, right? And it's becoming increasingly more sort of common. So maybe you could talk about how you've gone through, assigning personas and what they are, and then how the sales team is divided up into these buckets, these demographics within inside of your
Sure. So
customer.
really our customer base, we divided on two lines. One is what we call sort of owner Ollie. He's a guy, he owns his company, he's maybe in his mid-40s. He's got a couple of people working for him. Could be a service business, could be a small software company, could be a carpenter, but basically somebody that owns the business. He may have a few employees, typically runs like maybe upwards of 25 employees in his company. And we have another persona we call Marketing Mary. So she's usually the director of a marketing department, could be a vice president of a marketing department, but her role is marketing the company. And they're two very distinct individuals. So we have our sales team kind of divided along those lines. We have a team of people that are better at talking to market based on where the persona's problem exists in their marketing funnel. Because in a lot of respects, anybody who's using their website to generate leads, those are the primary people that are interested in buying HubSpot, they've got some challenge either in getting found in the top of the funnel where their website just isn't findable. Or they're not able to get enough traffic happening through their various efforts, whether it be their website, their blog, their social media. There are others that have a problem in the middle of the funnel. They're getting a lot of traffic, they just can't convert it. They can't get people to, in a sense, raise their hand, fill out the form, become a lead for the sales team. So that's sort of a different perspective on their sales problem. Others, they're converting lots of leads, they just can't figure out what's actually driving that activity. So they can't quite analyze things in a proper way to figure out why are these things working, how do we double down on the things that actually are producing, stop the things that aren't. So we create this almost micro-persona perspective of Marketing Mary with a problem in the middle of her funnel, or Owner Ollie with a problem at the top of the funnel. And then from there, we tend to customize our inbound marketing assessment, where we really try to qualify and discover and figure out where is that problem in the funnel, so that when we deliver a demo, it's very tightly aligned with where their issues are. Getting to Mark's point, we ask a lot of questions around what are they really trying to solve in their marketing challenge. And then our demonstration of HubSpot is aligned along those lines. Because the software's got 24 tools in it. So I can't show 24 tools in 20 minutes. Because I actually do end-to-end demos for new hires in the company, really show them the software from end to end. It takes 3 hours. And that's going quick to go through everything. So you need to decide what are those tools that are going to solve that acute issue that that person's got in the next 60 to 90 days. And that's what drives the sale. And in most organizations, when you're selling, there's got to be some reason why they need to buy now. Like, what creates that urgency? How do you discover that reason why they need to buy now? Because in a lot of cases, particularly if you're not selling a deadline-driven product, they could buy it now, they could buy it a month from now, they could buy it 6 months from now. I mean, no one really budgets for inbound marketing software as an example. They could buy it tomorrow, they could wait 6 months. So how do I discover and uncover their urgency to the point where I can now create an opportunity that they need to move quickly?
Give a couple specific examples that maybe are, I don't know if there are common drivers of creating the urgency.
Sure.
And what are the types of...
I mean, one of our fundamental qualifiers is a thing called BANT, right? Budget, authority, need, and timing. And then we have a few other things that we look for, which are their ability to create content, they have a commitment to do it, and do they have what we call a concept of a lead. That's sort of our good fit customer. But really getting at that discovery of urgency is something that we call goal, plan, challenge, timeline. So we're doing business-to-business sales. So what we're really trying to find out is, what's this person trying to accomplish? What's their goal? What's that thing they're trying to achieve? Like, what's that objective? Is it a revenue objective? Is it a lead gen objective? Is it a customer acquisition objective? What's the plan to get there? And then in looking at that goal and plan, there are consequences associated with that if they don't hit. So we try to understand, you're trying to get to 3 million in sales and you need to generate 1,000 leads a month to do that. And your plan is, I'm going to do a blog, I'm going to do events like this out in the marketplace. I'm going to do some direct mail. I'm going to go to trade shows. So what if those don't yield 1,000 leads? What happens if that doesn't work? What's the fallback? What happens if you don't hit the goal? Is there an impact in the business? And we start getting at what are the hurdles in the way for them actually achieving the plan that they're setting out for. And then it's the timeline. How quickly does that need to occur? And you start to back into how acute the problem really is if they don't move now. So the better we're able to sort of figure out their goal, their plan, their challenge, their timeline, the more likely you are to create a very concise conversation around HubSpot with a nice sort of discovery of urgency and why they need to go forward. We've seen a lot of success with that structure inside our sales process that Mark laid out.
If you back it out and figure out the pending doom is 6 months out, do you just nurture them for 6 months, or do you try to accelerate the sense of urgency? And is it
in a lot of ways, particularly with respect to this type of marketing, it's not a marketing like if I had $3 million, I could go buy X, Y, and Z exposure on the market, right? I could flood the market with radio ads, or I could do lots of cable ads, or whatever it is. Most of the companies we deal with don't have that kind of budget. So in a sense, they're trying to create content assets that start to yield over time, and that takes a little while to get traction. So if they're within a 6-month window, it's fairly easy to back into, you got to do it in the next 30 days, or you're not going to have enough run rate to get at the level you need in order for it to happen. And we, in our process, just being really methodical about understanding how our business works, we're able to uncover some of those key drivers to make the sale happen and understand how to discover that urgency and be able to leverage it to bring customers on and then help them be successful at what they want to accomplish. Because that's the key drivers. Our goal is to make them better companies in their marketing and achieve what they want to achieve. So really everybody wins, which is really a good sale.
SalesCrunch. Learn more, earn more.